So there is not their duty to spearhead this fight for the economy. They should do what they are primarily elected to do first by ensuring that the PIB, which is very dear to this nation, we are losing a lot of billions of dollars for the refusal of the Senate, of the National Assembly to pass the PIB. If that is passed, for us to diversify, we need money coming from oil and gas. Oil and gas till tomorrow remain the mainstay of this economy. You cannot embark on any diversification without ensuring that you have enough resources coming from oil and gas to use in diversify this economy. So it will be very hypocritical for us to abandon oil and gas, for us to abandon the bill which has been before the National Assembly, which is PIB, and now be talking of diversification or made in Nigeria. This thing cannot be achieved without us taking full advantage of the oil and gas, because over the year and even up to now, until tomorrow, our economy is built on and around oil. Money coming directly from sale of oil, even the tax we are talking about to get revenue from that source, is also based on oil. So if the oil sector is not doing well, then there's no this idea or song about diversification would not, ring well or sound well in anybody's ear. So let them start by demonstrating their commitment in ensuring that the PIB is passed. Until that is done, I don't think, and I don't want to believe as a person, as a legal practitioner, that they are sincere and committed to this idea of diversifying the economy, calling on Nigerians to embrace made in Nigeria, when from head to toe, they are not even embracing made in Nigeria.
So real one is Thomas here. He doesn't, sorry there, to cut you there, real one. I just wanted Bamikolo to quickly react to that. He's a Thomas. He doesn't think that this will work coming from, and he wants to see more commitment, if anything.
There is strong commitment on PIB, Petroleum Industry Bill, with the 8th Senate. And I would say that for years, the PIB has been stuck in the National Assembly. But this time around, the Senate President sat down with the senators and looked at it. How can we get this passed? What are the bottlenecks that we've been facing from passing this PIB? Now you've seen the PIB has been broken into 4 sectors. The 4th sector, which is trying to pretty much address the legal framework, put some sanity back into the oil and gas industry. That is what the Senate is doing right now. They're not just... Usually you will see people will say the bill needs to come from the executive, it needs to come from the other side. But this time around, the National Assembly sat down with industry experts and said, what is the best way forward? What is the global best practice in addressing this situation? We should move away from the laws of 1960, 1970 and come to the realities of our time and see how to amend the PIB, the Petroleum Industry Bill, to see how to address that. And that is going on in the Senate right now. The Senate President has assured us that if there's one of the things that will be known for, the PIB would be it. And I'm glad that most of the senators agree with him on this. They might have little differences here and there, but there's the assurance from the 8th Senate that the PIB would be done. They would put some sanity back into the industry, to create a legal framework for them to work so we can move. And I agree that PIB would really help with the diversification, but we have to make sure that we work around it to satisfy everybody, to make sure the law stands the test of time.
Then speak more to his argument about commitment. He wants to see much more of that.
Much more of a commitment on the PIB.
No, much more commitment on trying to help the economy get out of recession.
You see, the Senate has been all about the economy. Economy every day. You see us passing bills. You see, as part of our oversight, the Senate President has mandated that, look, there needs to be increased oversight. And when you increase oversight, you're able to plug loopholes. There's a direct feedback channel that Nigerians can say, okay, look, this agency is not doing this right. How can the National Assembly come in to help? So there's more of that coming in. So you will see that that's a commitment from every senator. They will tell you, look, right now, we would come every day. We would make sure we're on top of things. So we would see more of that and the Senate is one of the closest to the people. We take direct feedback, and that's commitment.
I think we'll take a moment. When we return, it will be our closing moment, homeward bound, and we'll just get our closing response from the 2 gentlemen in our studios after now. Our closing moments here in politics today. Quite an interesting time we've been having, but we really have to reflect and rejig whatever it is that we have to do with the economy. Back to you, real one. As our closing moments from you, what would be that thing that you would love to quickly see that the Senate and the National Assembly and the executive do to get us out of where we are at the moment?
First is for them to demonstrate the kind of commitment that was shown when the Code of Conduct Tribunal Act was quickly amended, and the law against social media was introduced. The kind of commitment, dexterity that was displayed towards those laws should also be, shown as regards PIB. Why am I saying this? Because very soon there won't be future for the oil and gas industry, because even countries like Saudi Arabia and other nations, Norway, who are oil producing countries, are gradually giving up on the future of oil and gas industry. As I'm talking to you now, in the nearest future, there won't be any car powered by fossil fuel in Norway again. That is just that Norway is an oil-producing country. And as I'm talking to you now, you see emerging sources of cleaner and renewable sources of energy, such as wind, solar, and other sources that are becoming a serious threat to crude and oil. Are you getting it? Because oil is primarily for energy, and the world is developing cleaner and even better sources of energy. The advantage of oil now over other sources is because it's cheaper. But as time goes on and new technologies are emerging, definitely the future of oil and gas will be in serious problem. So for us to avoid this and for us to take advantage of tomorrow, we must do quickly to take advantage of the money coming from the oil and gas to invest in other sectors. So the Senate, the National Assembly should embark on passing legislations that will fight corruption, that will free money for us to use it to invest in other sectors.
I think it's a fine place for us to leave it. The Real One Okpanachi, I'm afraid that's all we can take from our Abuja studios. Real One Okpanachi is a legal practitioner and an industry expert. Many thanks for speaking with us this evening. Our closing moment with you, Bamikole Omishore.
Yes, for the Made in Nigeria, for what he has said.
By the way, how's the initiative? How do they get in? Let's use a bit of our time to look at how best the Nigerian watching would want to get into that initiative.
Okay. Presently, right now, there are two ways to get into the initiative. You can either upload on any social media platform, be it the Facebook, the Twitter, or the Instagram, by using the hashtag Made in Nigeria. We're also receiving entries through email set up min@senatepresident.gov.ng. Once again, MIN, which stands for Made in Nigeria, at senatepresident.gov.ng. And also, once we resume on Tuesday, Nigerians can also send or pretty much bring their recorded videos, 45 seconds to 3 minutes, showcasing what exactly is it that you do. What intervention do you want the Senate President to help you communicate to the agencies? So as long as we can get that, then we filter it in, then get back to you and see how we can bring you to either the round table or make arrangements for you to meet some of the different government agencies that would patronize your business.
So in other words, you have a body of assessors who will be looking at those videos?
Definitely, yes, we do. Because this is not the first time this has been done. Just this December 23rd last year, President Obama in America signed a law mandating that going forward, the Department of Defense, they have to procure Made in America boots. We're trying to do the same thing, create the avenue for Nigerian producers, Nigerian entrepreneurs, to get their business into the hands of Nigerian people, to get their business into government agencies. So that's, definitely with that, we'll be able to at least get more Nigerians to send in their videos and get exposure on things that Nigerians are doing.
Bamikole Omishore will bring you back in the days to come on this, especially after the first quarter of this year, to look at what form of gains you've been able to get off this Made in Nigeria initiative. It's a pleasure having you on the program this evening.
Same here, and I look forward to that.
That's it on Politics Today, and we'll be back again tomorrow. Good evening.